Hello everyone, I am Lokesh and welcome back to our channel Online Learning. This video is very important for all of you. This video is related to Accenture interview experience and today we have Anushka with us. She already cracked the Accenture examination in the latest 2023 hiring. She is from 22 batch and she is from electronics background. So today this video is related to complete Accenture interview process and interview experience. What are the questions asked in the technical and HR interview? What about all the process? So first of all, Anushka, thank you so much. You are sharing interview experience for candidates. So introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Anushka Mishra. I'm a BTech graduate and currently working for Accenture as ASE, Associate Software Engineer.
Yeah. So Anushka, you are selected for package app development associate role, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your branch and batch?
I am 2022 graduate and from Electronics and Communication branch.
Okay. So, as we know that Accenture conduct a recruitment process for package app development associate role in three parts. First is cognitive and technical MCQ. Second is coding. Third is communication assessment. Then last is interviews. So, what about your interview experience? Is your technical and HR interview is common or separate?
It's common. Like interview consists of all the three, which is technical, HR, and MR round.
Okay.
The interviewer asks the question based on all the three. Depends on what the technical depends on what you have mentioned in your resume. Resume plays a very vital role because everything that you have mentioned in the resume is a copy for them to understand what knowledge do you have,
Yeah.
and basically they stick on the same the resume as a map
Yeah.
for asking the questions.
Okay. So they have your resume from your registration form.
Yeah. At the time we are registering, we are already giving a resume in that. They have the same resume. At the time of interview, the interviewer will have your details from the company itself
Yeah.
and he will ask the question from that resume only.
Okay.
So you cannot actually fool them about the skills.
Yeah. So, guys, one of the most important point that this is one of the most important point. If you already if when you applied for the opportunity, so at the time of registration, you have to upload your resume. So the resume, that resume is considered in the interview. Okay, because interviewer panel team have already your resume from your registration form. But I will add one important point here that you have to also make one updated resume with you. Okay, so suppose if the interviewer will ask about your updated resume, so you will show your updated resume. Okay, so yeah, Anushka, it is good thing if they will ask the updated resume, so we can show the updated resume.
Yeah, even I think that the resume should be handy to us also at the time of interview, whether it is a virtual or in-person interview. So yeah, it is a must step to have your resume handy.
Yeah.
Just in case if the interviewer asks you to show your resume or to share it, you should have it handy.
Yeah. So guys, one of the most important point, they have already your resume through your registration form. Okay, so be ready and continue your preparation according to that resume, as well as update your resume as well. Suppose if they ask, you can show that resume. So yes, Anushka, what are the technical and HR questions asked in your interview, and what is the timeline, like what is the duration of your interview?
My interview lasts roughly about 20 to 25 minutes,
Okay.
and the technical questions was generally on project that I have mentioned. So the interview asked about my project, what are the projects that I have done, and he has also said that I have mentioned two projects. I should explain about them,
Okay.
uh, and the skills that I have used in my project. He asked the questions from that as well. So yeah, that was the technical round. And for HR and MR round, there were generally questions like. Uh, like interview asked in manager round, what are my favorite subjects, what are my strengths and weakness,
Okay.
which subject is the one that I hated the most during my curriculums. Yeah, I think the questions was like that only.
Yeah.
There was no new question. The questions were general, uh, like what we prepare for the interview. The questions were from that only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, in the technical part, they ask questions related to your project, and in
Yeah.
the
Generally, they
HR
ask
round,
the question.
yeah.
If you have mentioned the project, I think it is the best practice to learn and go through the project, because projects are the highlights and interviewer generally look upon it, and that is the main point he or she can pick up and ask questions. Also, I think that generally the project we take are from the skills that we have already mentioned.
Yeah.
So that is also the point that interviewer asks about the projects. So
Yeah.
it is the best practice to go through your projects.
Yeah. Projects and resume. Resume and projects is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, one of the most important point that I already had in my previous video, that projects, resume, internship certifications are very important. Suppose you add two projects in your resume, so most questions are from resume it's like itself, as well as there are so many questions. There are so many other questions related to your skill set. So Anushka, yesterday I upload one video on our channel. Okay, in that I mentioned that when you like interviewer ask about like tell me about yourself, so at the time of tell me about yourself, you have to mention your proficient skill, like in which skill set you are proficient. Okay, or in which projects you are proficient. So the next question will be come from project or that skill. So is it correct?
Yeah, it is. Actually, when interviewer asks, tell me about yourself, it is the point where we tell them what is the next question they can frame.
Yeah.
If we'll tell about the project, then they'll jump on the project. If we'll not tell about the project, then there will be many other questions that will be made
Yeah,
in between.
that's
So
why.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you are going to mention and tell me about yourself is the roadmap that you are giving our interviewer to ask him or her what is the next question to be framed.
Yeah, so it is an important trick that suppose you are proficient in Python or suppose you are good in your projects. So you can mention that, sir, I am proficient in Python, or I like completed these projects in my final year. So the next question will from that topic, the project or the skill set. So, Anushka, in the Accenture interview, most probably the technical and HR questions are asked. Okay. So, what are the questions that is asked in the MR round? Because there is no MR round in the process.
Yeah, actually, in my case,
Yeah.
my interviewer was actually stuck on the MR questions, which were how I have managed my team during the project,
Okay.
what are the challenges that I have faced while managing the team during my project. If I was a team lead, then what are the challenges I faced as a team leader,
Yeah.
right? And there was question about, as I've told you, what are the skills,
Yeah.
how can I overcome that, what I have felt as my weakness, or the challenges that I have faced while preparing for my final year project.
Yeah.
Right? The questions were like that only.
Okay.
There was questions that may be required. If you are not prepared, then you may make mistakes. If you have an idea about it, then of course confidence is the key.
Yeah. So the questions is only related to projects in MR round also.
Depends. Like, I think it depends on the cases or the interviewer. In my case, the interviewer was very humble. He was very humble.
Yeah.
He had just at the starting, he said that he will introduce himself, and then I'll introduce myself, and then we'll have some questions, like chit chat sessions. So he
Okay.
was very humble in my case.
Yeah.
He has also asked, like he was telling about the company, the learning policies companies have. Also, like if he has in the starting only, he has given me opportunity to ask him a question. The
Yeah.
first question I have asked him at the beginning, as he has asked me to ask him a question, and
Okay.
then at the end, also there was a question
Yeah.
which he has already said that we are done with the interview. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah.
So in the starting, when I have asked him the question, I have asked him what are the learning skills start Accenture that we can, face in Accenture. What are the growths and everything. Then he had explained everything that there were training sessions arranged for the employees and everything.
Yeah.
So that made the next question instantaneously. That I have also added few lines. Then he had added few lines,
Yeah.
so that just went on smoothly for me.
Yeah.
Then there was question about the project related questions, as he said that I have mentioned about the project in my resume. He has asked me to explain what are those and everything.
Yeah.
So what I have given the answer, the next question was in that from that answers only.
Yeah.
So the best is to choose everything wisely what you are saying, because whatever you say, he will ask the questions from that only.
Yeah.
You
That
don't
is
have to
most
like
important
brag
thing.
if you do not have
Yeah.
a knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I have understood that
Yeah.
like I have also given interview previously. The best case, don't not brag that what you do not know.
Yeah.
Just tell the bare minimum, and he'll answer questions from that way.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so it's very good point, guys, because suppose you did not know about the any programming language or any other thing, okay, in which you are not comfortable, you are not sure, or you are not proficient. So don't tell that thing in your your answer, or don't add that thing in your answer. Suppose you add that, the next question will come to that part. Okay. Suppose you are proficient in Python, so mention that I have knowledge on Python. I solved lot of coding questions in the Python. So the next question will related to Python. So thank you so much, Anushka. You added one of the most important point because this is very very important in interviews. And what are the important tips for candidates? Because candidate interview is in the next 4 to 5 days. So how to prepare for the interview?
Uh, the tips that I want to give is whatever you have mentioned in the resume, just go through it properly.
Yeah,
Because at the time, if interview asks something you have mentioned in the resume and you do not have an answer, that will give a really bad impact. So just go through your resume, whatever you have mentioned, just go through it. This kills the project in every other extra details.
yeah,
Secondly, I would like to mention that carry a positive attitude,
yeah,
wear your confidence because confidence is the key. And when you interact, do not feel nervous.
yeah,
Just carry a smile and everything will go good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so
Also,
much.
prepare
Yeah.
well with the project, and if you have a project handy with you, please keep it, because may or may not the interviewer ask you to show your project.
Yeah,
Like if it is a web page or something like that, he will definitely ask you.
yeah. So,
He
like
won't
it,
ask for the reports and everything, but yeah, if you will have a handy project, then he may ask to show your project.
okay. So, like it is best practices to upload your project on GitHub. So it will very, very useful.
Yeah, you can upload on GitHub, or you can just with handy,
Yeah,
whether completed or like final year student may not have a complete project. So how much whatever project you have, just keep it handy just in case the interview asks. So you do not have to like I do not have it. Just
okay.
keep it handy,
Yeah. Thank you
whatever
so
you
much,
have.
Anushka. Yeah, these are the one of the most important points that are very helpful for candidates. So the last question is related: how online learning channel is helpful in your preparation? As you are like one of the family member of our channel, and you cracked the Accenture examination previously. So what is the feedback about our channel?
Online learning has helped me a lot during the process, and the team was very helpful. Whatever doubts that I have faced during this all process, they have replied me, helped me throughout, and that is the best thing that a person as a fresher could have, to have a guide like this. So I'm just really thankful for online learning for guiding me throughout the process. And also they have so many videos, that may help freshers. So I will just request everyone to go through them, learn about it, whatever location everyone has mentioned in the videos are really helpful.
Thank you so much, Anushka, for sharing great feedback that is related to our channel. And thank you so much for sharing your amazing, valuable interview experience with us and candidates. So definitely it will very helpful for everyone. And like, what is the one most important tip that you have to given to candidates? Like, mention one most
The most
important tip last.
important tip that I would like to give is do not feel nervous. Just
Okay.
do not overgo your resume. Like do not overread, overlearn.
Yeah.
Just keep calm, wear a smile, have a confidence. Don't feel nervous because sometimes what happens that when you are nervous, you go wrong in the very simple things that they ask.
Yeah.
So just keep yourself calm, keep your mind calm, and everything will go good.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anushka. Thank you so much for sharing your amazing, valuable interview experience. And guys, confidence is very, very important. Okay. Because interviewer also know that everyone not know about all thing. Okay. So like confidence is one of the most important key. If you have a confidence in every question and you are confident about particular topic, subject or projects, so it will very good for you in your interview. So thank you so much, Anushka, again for sharing the interview experience with us.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Online.
Thank you so much.